morning 3 to 6. We are going to look at some batting today. So the weather's supposed to be much nicer this week, and so we're going to try and come out and do some batting. My opinion of your age is that I'm not too stressed about whether you can hit a textbook front foot drive or a beautiful cut. I'm more interested in, can you consistently hit the ball and can you consistently hit it far? Because in reality, that is where modern day cricket is going. So what I'm going to work on today is some of the basic principles of how you hold the bat and where you position yourself and how you generate that power. And then we're going to do some drills and look at how we can maintain hitting the ball on a consistent basis. So the first things first. So for those of you who don't play cricket that very often, or even those that are some of our top performers in year 6, we still need to make sure we're holding the bat properly. So coaching point 1 today, hands out like this. So I've got them kind of like a W. If I'm right-handed, my left hand goes at the top. So you notice how I've got the back of the bat at the back. So the V goes down the back, right hand below it, and you'll notice my hands are together. We don't have hands apart, because if you've got your hands apart, you haven't got the flexibility that you do with your hands together. Left-handers, all exactly the same, just the opposite, still the back of the bat, hands together like this, and it's just the right hand at the top, then the left hand. Simple as that. The next important thing is, how do we generate our power and how do we get the movement in the bat? Very simply, if the wickets are behind me and the bowler's coming from where the camera is, we try and stand sideways on. You can be a little bit open, depends on personal preference. When we're stood there, we have our bat lifted up at 90 degrees before the bowler bowls. The reason for that is we can generate power from here. If we stand in this position, have our bat low, we can only scoop the ball. So before we do anything today, bat needs to be up in the air, ready to generate that power. And then thirdly is the most crucial one, is eye on the ball at all times. So as soon as it leaves the bowler's hand, or whatever drill we're doing today, watch it all the way onto the bat and watch it leave the bat. There's your 3 coaching points. Hands, making sure they're together in that V at the back, raising our bat to 90 degrees or just above 90 degrees, and then watching the ball at all times. Onto the warm-up, couple of drills, couple of challenges. Onto our first warm-up. Who can remember some of the muscles from last week? So very similar to catching, it's the same sort of muscles. So can anyone remember what this one was? Okay, this is our quadriceps, the back of the leg, hamstrings, glutes. Anyone remember the arms? Biceps and triceps, okay? And then our lower back. So what I've set up some cones for the next drill. But if you can set up something similar, it can be cones, anything you want, pots, usual stuff that I talk about. And then what we're going to do, to start with, we're going to stand in the middle. We want the bat with us the whole time, so make sure you've got your bat. If you haven't got a bat, you can use a tennis racket, a hockey stick, anything like that. As a kid, I used to practice in the playground with a hockey stick because it's much thinner and means you have to get the ball more in the centre. So starting on one cone, all we're going to do is jog on the spot, and then we're going to come out, lunge to the first cone, back to the spot, jogging on the spot for 10 seconds, back to that cone, lunging it out again, and that lunge is warming up, back on jogging on the spot, that lunge is warming up our quadriceps, hamstrings and glutes, again out to another cone, lunge, and back. So when we're lunging, make sure our knee stays behind the ankle, back, switch legs, lunge out to that cone, back. Okay, this time when we go down, we're going to go down and get to it, lunge, up, touch the floor and back, and then same again on the other foot, lunge, back, stretching down and back. Same again on the other side in a sec, jogging on the spot for 10 seconds, over to the side, lunge, back down, stretching those arms, back to the middle point, and then back again to the other leg, lunge, down, point, back we go, jog on the spot for 10 more seconds. Okay, this time, when we go to, we're going to hit all the different cones this time. When I shout go, we're going to go to a cone and we're going to try and any type of shot you want, something different each time. Pretend there's a ball on top of the cone and look as if you're going to try and make a shot. So, first things first, what I'm going to do, so if I shout go, I'm going to come out to here, practice my drive, and then as soon as I've done it, back on the spot jogging. Each time try and do something new and creative. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Back to our spot, jog on the spot for 5 seconds. Okay, and go to the next one. And then back to our spot, jog on the spot again for 5-10 seconds. Go, next shot. Okay, back on that spot when you're there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, next cone. Okay, so remember we're trying lots of different things. Trying different actions with that bat, get the ball, imagine that you're having to work different spaces. And go, back on the spot, jogging again, and go. You can maybe even attempt to switch it, back on, okay, and jogging on the spot. Last couple, go, hitting out. Last one, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, back on our spot, jogging on the spot. Okay, we should all have a bit of a heart going now. If you wish to do a few dynamic stretches, go ahead. So we've got things like leg swings, which are going to help warm up our quads, hamstrings, glutes. Exactly as I've done, just swing your leg back and through, about 10 seconds on each leg. Do that for 3. And then we've got our arms, where we can do 10 seconds forward, 10 seconds back, 10 seconds alternate. And once we've done that, that is the warm-up. Drill number 1, we need our bat and we need our ball, and you need to have set up some different cones. And what this drill is going to be about is getting used to having lots of contact with the ball. So form 6, even if you are good, this is perfect for you as well, because it's going to get you working your wrists, trying to get it in different directions. So remember those grips and positions, V's on our hand either side. I've set up some cones. All we're going to start with is dribbling with the ball on the floor, getting lots of contact with it. You see how I'm having to move my wrist, learn to feel how the bat moves in my hand. I'm only ever going to hit with the face of it. So first time round, we are just going to dribble round the cones with our bat out on the floor. Try it going different directions, doesn't matter which. See if you can stop it dead, move it back out, and different ways, okay? Once you've done that for 30 seconds, I want you to stop, have a think what way you haven't moved, and have another go. So once you've done that, stop, have a think, try it a couple more times. So we're going to do that 3 times. Then once we've done that, we're going to turn the bat the other way, and we're going to get the ball up in the air. Now, the reason we're going to do this is so that you can get an idea of where the middle of the bat is. All right? This is going to be tricky for some of you, but keep it nice and small, keep it steady. If you haven't played cricket very much, hand at the bottom of the handle and put your other hand under the bottom of the bat. If you want to test yourself, get both hands on the handle, okay? Same as we did just a second ago, we're going to zigzag through the different spots, okay? So I'm going to hold it at the bottom, but I'm going to try and zigzag through the different cones, keeping the ball in the air the whole time, practicing so I can feel how hard I have to hit it. I know where the ball is. It's keeping me trying to get it in the middle. See, even I will lose control of it sometimes, but we're trying to get it in that middle spot. Now, taking it to the next level, if you can do that okay, see if you can get up to a jog. See if you can jog in between and keep the ball in the air. Once you've done that, 3rd time round, as we come across to it, across to a cone, see if you can get down, touch the cone, and get it back in the air. And a fail from me. So you're going to have lots of little mishaps like that. That's not a problem. Start again. So first one, dribbling round, trying different directions. Second time, bouncing the ball on the bat. And then on that one, the progressions are jogging to the cones and then trying to lunge and touch it. And then our third progression here is the opposite. Rather than bouncing it on the bat, we're going to try and keep it bouncing downwards. The reason I want you to try and do that is so that you can again keep getting with that feel of whereabouts on the bat you need to hit it. So same again, but this time we're going to bounce it down, moving in between each cone, moving around. Move the ball. The more you move it, the more you're going to feel where your hands and wrists need to go. Now, a couple of them are a little bit trickier. So if you're struggling with the keepy ups or the bouncing, go back to on the floor. The principle is the same. All we're trying to learn is where do we need to have the bat in what position for the ball to go in what direction. Okay? Good luck. Okay, on to our second drill. And this is about just hitting the ball and trying different things. So I still want us to concentrate on our three, in our V position with our hands and getting them together. As you'll see, I've set up some tees with 4 balls on. If you don't have these tees, you can use a small shirt or jumper and roll that into a shape and then put the ball on top, or a toilet roll, cardboard works brilliantly, or if you cut the top off of a Coke bottle or something like that, again place it down, it will sit on top of that. If you haven't got 4, don't worry, you can use it with 1 or 2, it just means you have to fetch the ball a little bit more. If you look at the distance, I've set up myself a sort of target range of how far to hit the ball. If you're at home, use your garden as a reference point. I'm on the field, so I've obviously got a much bigger field to hit, but you, maybe if you stood somewhere 5 meters away, I get a point if I hit it past there. If another tree sort of 10 meters away, I get 2 points if I hit it past that point. So what we're going to do is very simple. Stand in front of the cone, and then we're just going to hit a shot. Now if we come to the right hand cone, I want to see you try and hit the ball out to the right hand side. When we come to this middle cone, I want us to try and hit it in the forward, the offsides are straight around to about mid-off, so around 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. When we come to this one, we're looking to hit between 12 and sort of 10 p.m, so between 10 and 12. And then this one, I want us to try and hit to the left-hand side. So we're looking at trying to see what it's like to hit across that different scope. So it should look a little something like this. So we're going to stand next to it, about a step away, and we're just going to step forward and hit the ball, okay? I don't want us to have run up to it. So the most important thing is keeping our shape. If we do this and fall away, you're going to have no balance. So what we try and do is keep a nice solid base, but it is all about experimentation. So nice solid base, and then we're just going to try and hit over there. What a terrible shot. And then we're going to look to go between 10 and 20. And then same again. You see, I'm hitting relatively similar shots. Little hoik, and then on to the last one, trying to work it that way. We can hit a sweep, or we could just try and flick it round the corner. However you wish to do it. Experiment, but the whole time, remember the key points. Bat, back here to generate the power. Eye on the ball the whole time, and try and stay steady and not fall off the shot. Once you've hit 4, give yourself a score, pick the balls back up, go again. Try lots of different shots. So when we come out to this side, we can try and hit it further that way. When we're straight, we can try and hit it up and over. Try hitting it along the ground. Experiment with different things. Form 6, those that playing club cricket regularly, maybe let's try and hit some other shots. Let's try and hit a reverse sweep. Let's try and hit a scoop. Lots of different things to try and experiment.